Welcome to the Winning Daily Podcast here for February 22nd, 23rd. We got a small slate today, not much in college basketball. We do have a little Champions League to talk about for tomorrow's picks, a decent NBA slate, and we're going to go back onto the tennis tour, and we got one tennis pick for you. So let's start out there. The ATP Montpellier. It's an indoor tournament, and we're going to go with Gilles Simon minus 2.5, minus 125 versus Denis Novak. Simon is a old veteran in this, but he should be able to handle Novak. Simon's plays real well on indoor hard courts, and that's exactly what this is. So I like Simon to get past the first round here. Both lost in the first round of the Australian Open, their last tournament, but Simon should have the home country advantage along with his good play on indoor and hard courts overall. So we're going to ride Simon minus 2.5, minus 125 versus Denis Novak. Let's go into the Champions League, and let's start out with the Bayern Munich Laszlo matchup, and we're going to go with Bayern Munich minus 1 plus 165. Really like Munich here. They should be able to score on Laszlo pretty easy. Laszlo has not played as well as they did last year in Serie A, and they just can't contend with these upper echelon European teams. They can't even contend with the top tier of Serie A, really. So look for Bayern to put it on it. I like that minus 1 plus 165. Really think there's good value in there. Two goal scorers we like from this game. We're going to give Leroy Sané at goal scorer plus 210, and we're also going to go with Thierry Immobile plus 150 as a goal scorer versus Bayern Munich. I really like that. He's the type of player that gives Munich trouble. That high line from Munich, Immobile, will be able to get behind and get a goal or two, even if Bayern has already wrapped it up by then. Leroy Sané, really like his goal-scoring ability, and he'll be able to get wide and get inside that box, and I think he'll be able to get a goal versus Laszlo. The second matchup, really intriguing matchup. Both coming off poor play over the weekend, but we like Atletico Madrid to win. The under 2.5 goals, plus 350 versus Chelsea. Both teams really have struggled to score. Chelsea has really struggled to score since Thomas Tuchel has got taken over. They get a lot of possession, don't get a lot of goals, and he just hasn't been able to find the right sort of mode for them to, or lineup for that matter, to get goals, and I think they'll really struggle to get goals for Atletico Madrid, the leaders in La Liga. Now, La Liga has not performed well last week, but I think if anybody is, it's going to be Atletico Madrid, who really like to sort of stay in and will just let Chelsea have the ball and counter. And Atletico has really struggled scoring too, but they always struggle scoring. Diego Simeone just doesn't seem to want to open them up at all, and if Luis Suarez isn't scoring, they aren't scoring. But I think they'll find some counters on Chelsea, who are really sort of not that great in the back. They've had a good run of things here, but it's been versus very poor teams. I'd be very curious if they can stand up to Atletico Madrid. So Atletico Madrid win under the 2.5 combined goals. That's plus 350. All right, let's get into some NBA action today. 3 games in the NBA we like. We're going to start out with the Oklahoma City Thunder plus 6.5 versus the Miami Heat. We think the Heat will struggle for a win here. They don't usually win big anyway. The Thunder have been the best team against the spread in the NBA this season, and they're getting 6.5 points at home here. Just really like this. I think this will be a tight game. Miami might be able to pull it out, but I don't think they'll cover that 6.5 point spread. Next up, probably the marquee matchup game of the day, the Portland Trailblazers versus the Phoenix Suns. Portland's getting plus 5.5, and we really like Portland plus 5.5 here. I think that'll be really good value here. I like Portland over Phoenix. Phoenix has played really well the last couple weeks, but I think Portland will take this matchup as a sort of seeding matchup for the playoffs, and I like Portland plus a 5.5 here. And lastly, we're going to go with the Washington Wizards, who have sprung up with a little life here versus the Los Angeles Lakers, who don't have any life right now. LeBron James is having to carry a very, very big load. Schroeder's out. Davis is out. I just think these Wizards can stay within the 7.5 here, especially with Westbrook and Beal taking control at the guard position. Can they guard the Lakers? I don't know, but I don't know if the Lakers can guard them without Anthony Davis in there. So the Wizards plus 7.5. One lone college game I like today, and it's not a pretty one, so I don't advise watching this one, but I like Texas A&M Corpus Christi in those nice ocean blue uniforms over Southeast Louisiana. Corpus Christi is a 1.5-point favorite, and I really like this pick. Neither team is really playing well. Corpus Christi had about a 10-game losing streak before they bounced back and won versus Lamar over 9 points at home. I look for him to continue that trend and beat another real low-level team in the Southland Conference in Southeast Louisiana. Southeast Louisiana has also been quite poor. They've lost 2 straight here. Their wins are versus the very, very low level of the Southland Conference. So, really just 2 bad teams matching up, and I just like the home court advantage here for Texas A&M Corpus Christi at the minus 1.5. That's our show. Be sure to follow us on greenlightnetwork.org, Greenlight Network on Facebook and YouTube. You can find me, GLN Champ 5, on Twitter and Instagram. That's our show, and we're out.